What is PEPPOL for us?
A way of democratizing electronic trade.
An e-delivery network for the transmission of e-procurement documents, including e-invoices.
Both on the supplying and the buying side.
Where organizations can exchange business documents quickly, reliably, and securely.
It makes the transmission of these documents as easy as sending a text message.
Whatever message you want, or whatever format you require, and it will get to whatever it needs to get.
PEPPOL, for me, is the future of electronic trade.
I'm André Hodevik. I'm the Secretary General of OpenPEPPOL. The essence of PEPPOL is our ability to create interoperability in business processes. So we enable businesses not only to technically exchange messages, but also to interconnect their business processes over an open network where they can choose their service provider independent of the recipients.
It is standardized, and you have a legal framework, which means that the service providers and the tool providers have a level playing field to compete and to provide their services to the buyers and the sellers in the network. The fact that we now have a regulation that mandates that all public entities in Sweden must be connected to PEPPOL, that's a big success.
Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, I think PEPPOL, they have faced the challenge of understanding different cultures, different requirements, and that's why we're evaluating it to set it up for Latin America.
PEPPOL, it started out in the public sector, very much public procurement. But there's not that big difference when it comes to ordering and delivery and invoicing when it comes to business and the business to government. And we can easily see now in several countries that the business to business growth is bigger in PEPPOL than the business to government.
For Equinor, PEPPOL has been a great enabler for digital transformation. The business content is similar to what we have in other formats, other ways that we interact. It's just that we know upfront what we will receive each and every time. Business content that will always get there, regardless. The beauty is how many times you can reuse just a single connection. Do it once and reuse many times. That's the fantastic gem, the real beauty of PEPPOL.
Actually, in business to business is where the newer countries like Singapore, like Australia, New Zealand are actually bringing PEPPOL to the fore, that they're saying, well, we want to do business to government, but actually we want to do business to business.
What the PEPPOL network does for SMEs is it opens up the world to an SME, and the idea that small businesses connect once and then be connected to everybody on the network was a really strong draw for the Irish government.
I would say that the PEPPOL infrastructure and the PEPPOL solution is more or less necessary for SMEs to do business with their bigger customers.
The benefit for using PEPPOL as a service provider is that this is a truly good option for any trading partner right now, and this is really a good way of starting your electronic invoicing journey.
PEPPOL effectively for a service provider is fairly easy to perform and deliver, although it maybe undermines to a degree some of the older ways of interacting and trading that they're familiar with. But that said, it opens the doors to a huge potential of new clients who maybe previously were excluded from electronic trade because of the complexity and cost.
It's a great channel, it has great potential, and it's technically well architected.
It's necessary for mass adoption. Without PEPPOL, it's very, very costly to get a country scale mass adopting e-invoice.
We can only be successful in terms of getting new members from parts of the world if we can show that the PEPPOL approach actually means a difference for the service providers, for the authorities to make it a success locally.
It's an openness, it's an inclusiveness, which could be summarized just as
To have an interoperable protocol for all countries.
That's the easiest way to connect trading partners all over the globe.